Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel 4 part 115. In the previous video we did all of our bond events for the section and we are ready to head to the sanctuary. I did set up everyone off screen, and by everyone, Yuna is on the squad now. I figured I'd mess around with giving her Sophia just because of the Sophia's Descent thing seems kind of cool. Now this, I don't know, I just don't have anything else better to put there, basically. Like, you don't even really need the EP cut, but like, what else are you gonna equip? Also, we switched in Laura over Machias for now, because with Machias in here, unless we were to try and rebuild him, we just have no damage. Because Yuna, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, we could build Yuna as a damage dealer, but like, I don't really wanna. I feel like she's just better at a support role. And Laura, you know, she makes sense to use for Arianrhod. I mean, I don't know if we're probably not gonna fight Arianrhod immediately, but just, you know, this is probably the 6-man squad we'll roll with. Granted, we'll actually probably get some extra members, right, once the two girlies leave. And who's gonna join us after, with aside from that? Probably just like characters for their Brave Orders? Oh, we should actually... We never talked to Fee for her follow-up after the bond event, I don't think. Thank you for coming with me to see the boss. I didn't think anyone else would come. I'm sure the boss is really happy. Let's visit his grave again once we've taken care of the Great Twilight. That'd make me really happy, and thank you for the hug. You're welcome. Who else? Is there anyone else you didn't follow up with? I'm not sure if we talked to Ash and Altina. Feels like I can let the past go now. Time to focus on what's in front of me. Next up's Crossbell. Third rival's waiting. Yeah, okay, I remember that. Altina, did I talk to you? Despite... Yes, I kind of remember this. Yeah, look forward to seeing how you grow from here. And then we did talk to Emma, I believe. Did we talk to Crow? Can't just let it go. Huh, guess that's true. Got the rivalry first, we gotta win. Let's do this. I mean, I guess Crow will... He'll probably be forced to join us. You and Crow really do trust one another, don't you? I must think he wants more for staying with him. I can't think of anyone else who would be forced to do Crossbell stuff with us. Aside from, you know, Yuna, Laura, Duvalie, and Randy. So those will probably be the characters that are forced onto us. Then who else would we bring? I don't know, maybe fucking Elliot. Maybe the Elster. I heard of what happened at Ulster. It sounded truly terrible. We could have anticipated the influence of the Great Twilight would have caused this. We may have underestimated the situation. And I need to thank you. We only managed it with everyone's help. I just really hope the people of Ulster will be able to recover soon. As do I as well. Thank you, Reen. Gotta say though, it's pretty much lights up on the train last time. Okay, I remember this. Well, send it. Oh, wait, no, don't send it. Put in our quest? No.
Okay, let's see how you did.
You're not Randy.
Yay! Your rank went up!
Don't patronize me, Toa.
Here's a gift from Her Highness.
Bro, I can't do anything with that.
Thanks, everyone. Great job.
I'm already capped,
See you
Toa.
later, Reen.
Can I at least put it on layaway? The Courageous 2 is set course for Crossbell. Navigate carefully to stay out of sight of the Air Force before finally reaching the wetlands. Arnor River. Well, real fucking fool yourself, aren't you guys? Eastern Crossbell Province, skies above the southern wetlands. Man, remember there was a big tree? Good times. There it is, that's it, right? A pillar of light, the same as at Himmel. Yeah, there's no mistaking it. The Stellar Sanctuary is below it, then. Where my lord awaits. Just as we thought. There don't seem to be any Gargantua-class ships nearby. Right, they're certain to be focusing the bulk of the military strength towards Calvard. Makes this our best chance to land. All hands prepare.
No, I suspect it will not be that easy.
Why do you suspect that? Because I planted a bomb on the ship. I am not a failure like Georg. Professor Smith. What do you mean about that?
Just now, this ship was detected by a directional radar. They are lying in wait for us. They know we are coming.
Well, yeah. They know we're coming because we slurped up Rutger's soul. There's an object of spots coming from the north. Is it an enemy attack? No, wait. Hey, didn't we already do this? Isn't this something about a beam we saw the Gargantua using? That's a magic barrier oscillation beam. You made that up. That's not a real term. Searching for its origin point, could it be the Orgius Tower? We gotta go back. Identifying. Elise, your highness. Activating wide range radar. And then we get fucking Lloyd back in this crew. Come on. The Machias gets benched. No offense, Machias. I know you didn't really get the shine, but like I will use any new character over you. Identifying firing location. Putting the image on screen. Oh my god, who could have seen it coming? That's Orcus Tower? Why there?
Hey, you guys! Do you read me?
Yo, what up? It's your boy Yona. Yona and Lloyd too!
You guys know what's going on with that beam coming out of the tower?
Come to the SSS building quick. Security around the area is sparse right now.
Okay, so they are just gonna repeat the magic barrier stopping the rivalry because reasons. I still don't get the whole we have to put a magic barrier on the rivalry so they don't do the rivalry when they want us to do the rivalry. Just seems like an odd extra layer. Like, I mean, I don't mind it from a gameplay perspective. If anything, I kind of like it from a gameplay perspective, but story-wise, I just don't feel like it makes much sense. Marine and the others arrived at the field exercise camp off Ursula Road without being spotted. They decided to rendezvous with their allies at the Special Support Section HQ. I know you said security was sparse, but they didn't notice like the 30 wacky-haired people walking in at the same time? They didn't think, yo, what's up with this shit? We should probably ask these guys for their papers. Can't believe we managed to sneak this many people inside. Okay, at least they referenced that. It's a little ridiculous. Looks like security really has gotten slack. Yeah, I had my doubts about us being taken off the wanted list, but here we are. Sure is relief to see you guys again after all this time. Yeah, the intelligence division's not so hot on keeping tabs way out here. This goes to show how close the war is. That said, those barrier generators are something else. I had no idea they'd been in the works. I heard them announcing some kind of oh, Tio's here. I remember them announcing some kind of experimental new defense system a while back. Must be what that was all about. Experimental new defense system. It's just like discount Kia. They're essentially a confluence of both magic and science. It's different from the magic we know in the Empire. If anything, I'd say it's closer to the alchemy practiced here in Crossbell. They feel kind of like the barrier I made when I was at Septirion too. Except not nearly as big. Just freaking talking shit. So they seem pretty good at protecting smaller areas. You know, not big areas like I was able to do when I was cool. Jeez, what is Belle thinking? She's evil, Ellie! The Black Workshop's putting out even higher quality stuff than before. I feel like this could change the face of the war all on its own. Yeah, no doubt about that. Either way, we're gonna have to shut all this down. Otherwise, we won't even get a chance to carry out this rivalry before the war begins. Right, we have to keep our own goals in mind. Tower's still surrounded by Imperial Defense Force though, and there's a barrier stopping us from dropping in on it from above. In that case, how about we go for it from underground? We could probably get in through the geofront. No, you gotta get over the barrier unit, you don't tunnel under it. The geofront does have a basement level that connects to the tower. Yeah, but someone can just waltz in there. They got military police patrolling the place around the clock. You're like in the room with like some of the strongest people in the universe. Aw, it stinks. And here I thought I'd come up with a good plan for once. Actually, I think you have the right idea. Storming the place head on is a go as long as there's Albert Slaughter on watch. Yeah, well you did it once. Going through the basement just might be the easier option. In that case, you need to create a diversion and draw the MPs away. It has to be something big to distract them all long enough for us to sneak in. You know, the Bobcat is on its way here with the team's Liberal Braces aboard too. As I should over to give us some more options. Lloyd, join the party, coward. How about we try what Yuna and the others did last time? Yuna and the others... what do you mean? You know, in your performance to lure away that old rich guy? Were you there for that? Oh yeah, that was... Wait, hold on a second! You mean that thing that happened with Marcus Ballard and Sutherland? How do you know about that? You know, my freaking super brain. Your power allowed you to see it, am I right? Yeah, the Spirit Vein showed it to me in a vision. Whatever. It was only for a second, so I didn't really get what's going on, but like it was fun. But, okay, you only saw it for a second, so that would mean all you did was see that they were playing in the square? How would you be able to connect that to Marcus Ballard, a person you've never met? Come on. That ability here sure is wild. Well, she's only been able to do it since the Great Twilight began, so it's probably a temporary thing. Yeah, alright. I mean, it doesn't really have to make sense, but using a performance as a diversion, it's not like a bad plan. They should have the Professor Artiste on our side. Not as any artiste, one of the most up-and-coming members of Arc NCL. Who, me? Actually, we're gonna make a useless juggle. Arc NCL's really popular in Crossbell, right? Yeah, everyone's really been bummed out they're not putting on any new shows. Neither their headliners are in any position to dance right now. But we still have Sully Artrade, forerunner of the group's second generation. Arc NCL star-studded comeback. I like that. That's a pretty good angle. Hold on a minute. Can't we do the show? We can't do the show without Ilya. None of our stagehands are taking time off too. We'd never be able to put something together on such short notice. That shouldn't be a problem. We got a pretty extensive network of friends to ask for help in times like these. I bet they'd be more than willing to lend a hand or 2 or 10. Besides, Sherazard already practiced the part with you, didn't she? She did? Oh yeah, she did. I mean, it makes sense, you know, but I just don't know if she'd have the time to do it. I thought she was an A-rank racer. Yeah, sure, you know. Apparently she was a professional dancer for joining the build. Or the guild. Oh, chick's got hidden depths, huh? I can dig it. Bracer Guild doesn't give A-ranks for nothing. She must be more than physically adequate. More than physically adequate. Wow, what a great compliment, Laura. You can probably get Estelle on board too. No, you cannot. Of course, this all depends on whether Sully agrees to take the lead. I mean, I'm sure they'd be able to keep up with me, but I'm not. I mean, Shira, yeah. Estelle? If anyone screams, I have 2 left feet, it's her. I mean, me, the lead, I guess she does have some stage performance, right? With the Sky 1 thing. I mean, there was some choreography there. You know, the Sky High jumping, the original Sky High jumpers. You'll be fine. I know you can do it. Please consider it. We may not be able to get into the tower otherwise. Okay, fine, I'll do it already. Great, sounds like a plan. Wow, Arc NCL back in action. I cannot wait. I don't get too comfortable. This ain't a school festival we're putting on. Not this time. We're gonna get to work right away. There's only 3 days less until D-Day. We should start by recruiting stagehands and getting rehearsals underway. Don't forget publicity. We need this to feel like a big deal. Right, we need to be enough of a spectacle to attract the military police and Imperial Defense Force too. Can't we just, like, I don't know, detonate a bomb somewhere? That people aren't near, Crow. That people aren't near. Leave that to me. The Crossbow News Service is at your, well, service. We may need to cut some corners to get the next edition out in time, but we'll do what we can. Not put the word out on the Orbital Network. Should put a little hype.
Well, since we're all pitching in, why don't I pull a couple of strings on my end as well?
When do we get to fight you? Also, this is an invasion of privacy. You didn't even knock. Sal.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Ashen Chevalier.
Bro, let me fight.
And as always, it's a pleasure to see you again, Ellie.
You can't even see Ellie. I don't even know where Ellie is. She doesn't even stand out in the crowd. Oh, there she is. You don't see the young Heyu executive I heard so much about. What's going on? Jin's here too? Hands where I can see him, White Orchid Dragon. I heard about your little run-in with Uni and Mademoiselle Ellie. What's your deal?
Oh, please. My contract with the Governor General's office is long since over. There's no need to be so suspicious.
Yeah, but I still want to fight you.
This time around, I'd like the honor of assisting you in your endeavors.
Like, even though I think you're kind of a joke, I still want to beat you up. Just for the record. Listen, pal, I don't know who you are, but I know shady types like you when I see them. You never do anything out of the goodness of your heart. What's the syndicate's stake in this?
The end of the world would be the end of Heiyue. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I'm fucking screaming about all this, about like Kleistenko and shit.
Even so, I've brought you a little something extra. As a show of good faith.
This is the Almighty Conflagration and Father.
My agents were able to capture this image shortly before the generator went online. Shall we begin devising our plan now? If you'd like to reach them, we'd best start soon.
I mean, Victor McBurn, that seems pretty hype. Like a dual boss fight with them. And so then we'll probably have, and for the actual shrine, it'll be, kind of like with Rutger, where you fight Ines and Anea solo ahead of time. It's like little mini bosses, I guess. Even though, honestly, I feel like you should probably just fight all three at the same time. I don't know how I feel about the Ariandroid fight upcoming. Because, like, on one hand, it should be pretty difficult and fun, and like, or engaging at least. Fun's maybe not the best word to use. God, the all cancel shit is gonna be so annoying. If it works the exact same as it has previously, which it probably will. Sometime later, Estelle, Sherazard, and the rest of their friends arrived from Erebonia. Everyone else on board the Courageous 2 who was willing to help touched down soon after. On the plus side, though, Ariandroid might be less annoying, because, I mean, her S-Craft shouldn't be a default one-shot, at least. Since defensive buffs are actually good. Oh my god. No one would ever recognize him. Wow, this is really shaping up to be a real full-scale operation. You said, I can't believe Allie offered to sing! Not to mention Prince Oliver, Mint, and the entire Modern Music Club on accompaniment. And then we have Tita helping out with the staging. Toa, Lisa, Princess Alpha are pitching in all over the place too. Mostly have Angelica and Doobly standing by in case anything goes wrong. Elliot directing the musicians and Crow the performers. I know Crow thinks otherwise, so this really does just feel like our little concert from back then. Right, well, Crow aside. I ain't never seen anyone as abandoned as Ellie when it comes to striking it soon. Everybody's helping out, even Heiyue, and I didn't see that one coming. Profiting with them wasn't an easy pill to swallow. I don't care, man. There's definitely something they're not telling us. We shouldn't let our guard down around them. True, but I think they're sincere in their desire to save the world. If nothing else, will save themselves. Chiefly. Which, I mean, is fine. I mean, personal interest. Not a bad desire. I believe they'll continue to help us for as long as it remains beneficial to them. At least they're giving us good intel. Like the warning about who we'd have to fight on our way to Aryan Road? Complication is no surprise with my father. He's almost as though he's fallen in the footsteps of our ancestors. Laura, as the second in command of the Eisenritter? Indeed, the Great Twilight must be taking advantage of that connection. Actually, no, the writers just let it be neat. Nevertheless, this is for the best. We'll find no stronger test of our mettle than them. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. All that's left is to round up whatever intel we can and prepare for tomorrow's performance. After that, we'll figure out which of us will take part in the infiltration. I believe Laura's participation is a given, but I would also like to offer my sword as well. Darkseid and Vander schools have long grown side by side after all, though it may be presumptuous to consider myself a suitable representative. You can't do a black hole, Kurt. Denied. Not at all, it'd be my pleasure. Marcus and Sharon need to come along too. What? No, they don't. I mean, they're set up, so it's not like a big deal, but... Actually, that do kind of... That works, so we can use them in the Orpheus Tower section and still have, like, the Una Brandy stuff for Aryan Road. I know like the back of my hand. And I was periodically called upon at the Governor General's behest during my time with Ouroboros. You may leave the particulars of the thaumaturgical sector to me. Thanks, Sharon. We appreciate it. At least the others are standing by with Tio at the SSS building. Everyone else is either helping set up for tomorrow or gathering more info around town. Let's take one last look around ourselves. We can come see Elliot once we're all set to go. Yeah, in like 5 videos when we talk to everyone. Alright, let's get moving. Okay, so you're not required to use them yet, but we'll go ahead and put them in. Or we'll just put in characters that are set up. I think Kurt's still set up, for the most part. But our main line will be... The problem is, Sharon, you just do no damage. Oh, also, I took all your cords, I forgot. Alright, goodbye, Sharon. We can still keep the Mockster in, though. Yeah, he doesn't synergize as well. Without having, like, I mean, I guess Laura's there. I guess Laura and Reen, you can at least burst drive the two of them. I mean, I don't know. I would like to get Dooley back, because I don't, like, none of our, I mean, Magius, we could pivot him to being tanky, but I don't really, like, want to do anything setup-wise. I don't have to. Hey everyone, how are things going? Well, somehow I ended up in charge of all our management decisions. Really? Sounds like gotta work. We basically made her our producer. She'll be handling everything from our advertising to security theater. Or theater security. I'm sorry to have put this all on you. We're just so short-staffed at the moment. No, don't worry about it at all. I've got plenty of reference material from the last production to work off of. There's a rough stage plan and we'll only be using part of the set anyway. Even on short notice, I should be able to make this work. We might have known that you'd rise to the occasion. You guiding us, there's no way we'll fail. Isn't she the best? That's so towable. Just get deported. And don't sweat the advertising. I can spread the word with the best of them. Rex, Grace, and I are already whipping up some plans to reach as many people as possible. As soon as we're done here, I'll run right off and make sure I get some airtime on Pure Chronicle Radio. Oh, the radio! I'm really getting hyped for this. Yeah, it's always starting to feel like we can really pull it off. Vivi, Toa, Manager Balsamo, we're all kidding on you. We won't let you down. You guys stay sharp too. Tomorrow's the big day. I have a feeling things are going to go just fine. Yo, can we call up Vita, get a special Abin time to do some hype? You Radiant Wing folk are doing a fantastic job. I vow in my role as a manager of this theater that I'll do what I can to support Miss Herschel as well. I mean, come on, we know Vita's not doing anything. There's a rough stage plan and we'll only be some part of the set anyway. I think it's pretty doable, even on short notice. Producer, huh? It's a pretty major task, but I'll do my best to handle it. You want something advertised to a wide audience? Well, I'm your girl. Besides the paper, I can even get your broadcast on our radio channel. We're gonna make Arkansas the hot topic that everyone and their grandmother gets hyped for. Greetings all. It is I, a different person. Good to see you. Oh, that costume suits you to a T, Your Highness. Does make you look a little, how can I put this, shady? It actually draws too much attention, I think. I prefer the term alluringly enigmatic. Always a treat to hear you performing your lute, Your Highness. I didn't know you played the harmonica, Joshua. Yeah, it's my thing. That's like a pretty old one, too. Well, it's belonged to my sister. Must have been holding on to it for 10 years now. She taught me how to play the Whereabouts of Light on it. That song always makes you think of her. The Whereabouts of Light. I always thought that song sounded familiar. Ash. Good luck or break a leg or whatever. Alright, to screw things up and get Elliot on your case? Sure, I think I can handle that. Brace yourselves for wonderment. Think that a time would come when Estelle and Cher would trip the light fantastic upon the same stage? But now, my dear Joshua, will we sit idly by and be so thoroughly outdanced, or will we take the stage and put on a show of our own? Yeah, this brings back memories. Yeah, you must say the same thing. His amber-eyed beau is back. Okay, can I talk to you without talking to Elliot? How's the score coming, Maestro? Not bad. Selling up already decided on the program what songs to include. It's just a matter of working out how to best arrange them. You got flutes, harmonicas, lutes, guitars, violins. Sheesh. Right, spice life all, but there's such a thing as a little too spicy. Maybe, but I like to think an ensemble like this could create its own unique harmony. By the way, it turns out Fiona, Bridget, and Instructor Mary will all be able to help out the performance. What? Those three can play pretty much anything, so I can get them to fill in any empty spots. I think they'll help out. For now, I want to hear the different sections perform and get a feel for how they could all come together. Be grateful you could join me, Crow, just in case I miss anything. I'll get my eyes and ears ready. I imagine you two will be able to tackle anything that might come up. The rest of us are going to head out. Okay. Go away. Oh, what a feast for the eyes. I'll be able to watch the dance and chorus practice right up close like it's fantasy come to life. Glad you're having fun, but try to pry your eyes off the performers and stay alert. You can hardly fault Angelica for enjoying your work, can you? Yes, it's called sexual harassment. It's actually against the law. Enjoying is an understatement. First, there's the angelic chorus. Gross. Then there's Sully with her gross. And Estelle, who's positively bursting with energy. At least we forget the elegant, voluptuous Scheherazade. One look from her could very well stop a lady's heart. And to be able to ogle all these ladies at near licking, right? What the fuck? Is this truly what I was born for? My life's work, its great reward, supreme bliss? I don't know if I've ever heard a more Angelica monologue. It's just actually unbelievable cringe. She's singing? Oh, you're quite the singer. I kinda wish we could invite you to join the troupe full time. You know that, Allie? I always said you had potential. Now you got the mysterious songstress backing yourself up. Or herself backing it up? Listen to you now, it's hard to believe you're the same girl and needed to express more emotion in singing back in our art class. Just goes to show she's grown since then. I don't really feel like I've grown, to be honest. I'm just trying my best not to bring down the rest of the chorus. It's as much for Kia, Rin, and Valerie as it is for me. I know you're in a lot of pressure, but we're all here for you. Yeah, just show them what you can do, little bunny. I do feel like I understand the concept of emotion much more than I did in the past. I don't know how much of that can be reflected in the chorus, but I'll do my very best. You just leave her to me. Working with fresh talent is so exciting. So many new harmonies to be discovered. Still, Scheherazade, how are the dances shaping up? It's hard work, but I think things should work out just fine. There's not so much pressure on me since I'm just a backup dancer this time around. Cher and Sully are the real stars of the show. You used to have a troupe of your own, didn't you, Scheherazade? I used to hear you used to tour all around Zemuria. It's true, I wasn't just a dancer. I used to do tarot card reading, beast taming. But beast taming? That explains the whip. Should be fun to see a real pro in action. I'll try and live up to my reputation. Of course, I'm not the only one who had the experience on the stage, right, Estelle? Wait, really? Well, in a way. A long time ago, I got to be in a play at the Genesis Academy School Festival, that's all. Chloe and I were playing Ravel Knights. And Josh was the princess we were fighting over. Princess? Josh in a dress, huh? That would have been a sight to see. The real sight was the fucking initial facial expression. It's still burned into my memory. And yet I can picture it very easily. Just his resigned, like, contentment at the situation is so good. I'm glad I stuck around to hear about this. Did I say something I shouldn't have? Don't try and act all innocent now. Whenever my position, backup dancer, or something else, I'll rise to the challenge. That means leaving patrolling the city and dealing with Orcus Tower up to you. And join the squad. Shares would obviously be great, but I thought Estelle's pretty good too, actually. Better make sure I bring my A game. Has to be a performance that I can show Ilya and Risha with pride. Looks like Sully's pretty fired up too. Forget about Joshua for a second. I never thought I'd be performing on the same stage as Estelle. Dance we'll be doing seems pretty difficult. Oh well, I'll just try my best to enjoy things while we're performing. Hey yo Joshua, what's this about you being a princess? Oh, I didn't talk to you, Rex? Do I want to talk to you, Rex? Not really, but... Yeah, this is a choice angle. You get to take pictures of glamorous girls and classy dames. Can life get any better? Better start shooting for once the real action starts. Are you sure we can count on this guy? No. I know. He's a great photographer, really. We don't need to worry. You're taking these photos for the Crosswell Times, correct? You want to make sure these pictures you take are all newspaper appropriate. Ah, come on, man. You're talking to a professional here. My photos are guaranteed to catch the eyes of our entire readership. And maybe a low-angle shot from the wings will do just the trick. No. Maybe my confidence is misplaced. Don't fucking... Please. Stop. There's literal children in this play. No upskirt shots. Eugene, Celine, I'm really, or Selene, I'm really looking forward to seeing you on stage again. Break a leg. Thanks, we'll give it our best. If you're looking forward to just seeing us, you can only imagine how we must feel actually performing. We won't just give it our all. This is our all. Well, you sound like got the spirit to back it up. Funny how her name sounds just like Celine's. Just a coincidence, obviously. Still, I can't help but feel a little attached to her, thanks to that. What? Green. Such a weird thing to say. Just kind of odd. I don't know. Do you know there's another Kurt? You know lots of people share names exactly, not just have them sound like them? Sure is nice to move around in my own body again and feeling light as a feather. Same here. Guess those part-time jobs made up for some decent training too. You guys are setting up the instruments. I almost feels as though I've walked into a modern music club meeting. Guessing you guys never figured you'd be the rhythm section for a show like this though. Hi. Well, it's a little more flexible, but Pablo and I are basically glued to our bass and drums respectively. I'm just grateful to Elliot for letting us play a part in this. I really have no idea what this show is going to end up sounding like. Neither do I, but I do so look forward to finding out. Never would have guessed the modern music club stage view would be at such a large venue. You know what though, that just means that we got to buckle down and practice like hell. By the way, Valerie's helping out Tita. She's going to the Orbital store. Don't worry though, she'll be back soon. Can I go over here? No. Where the hell's Kia at? Alright, so begins the exploration of the wild and wacky world of Crossbell. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're back. We're back, lady. Well, I shouldn't be saying this. Don't gonna think I'm unpatriotic, alright? Fact is, I don't see the point in this war. It's honestly gotten me kind of depressed. I just want a break from it all. Maybe go and see the Arkansas my Crossbellian customers talk about all the time. They sound nice. You're in luck. They're putting on a show tomorrow. Wait, seriously? That's what the rumors say. Wow, I hadn't heard. Some of my customers are real Arkansas fanatics. Maybe I can ask them to tell me more. Only ever heard stories about Arkansas. The idea of getting to see them for real is pretty exciting. Some of my customers are real fanatics. You guys fanatics? I mean, we know you're fanatics. I guess you're the same people. Hey, were you guys just in the theater? Oh, you're with Arkansas. Can I ask you some questions? We're in the Normal Says they're doing a preview performance of the new show. Is that true? Looks like word's starting to get out already. Gotta hand it to him. He almost sure works fast. That's right. It's all true. Whoa, really? No lie? No cap? The rumors are true. Hot dog. Oh, but the stuff about military personnel getting free tickets. Free tickets? That's not fair. Oh, but that means you can get in, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess getting drafted wasn't so bad after all. Don't sweat it, Portia. I'll ask around and see if I can get you a ticket, you too. Aw, Tap, you're the best. Well, Arkansas's fan base certainly is passionate. Yeah, all 2 of them. That's good news for us. I bet these 2 will let everyone know about the show. Big news, huge news, Gargantuan class news. Arkansas put on a new show. Excuse me a minute, I have to go tell everyone I've ever met about this. Oh boy, the more people who know about it, the harder it is to get a good seat. Better keep it to myself. What I hear, Sully's taking the lead role this time around. Guess they're going to feature some guest performers too. Risha won't be there, but I guess it's understandable given the circumstances. Arkansas, can't wait to see your show tomorrow. Break a leg. What are the circumstances for Risha, by the way? Like, I don't actually know what the official excuse is. Oh, it's you. Carefully selected wheat over fermentation? No, I don't want something typical. I want to break through. Something spectacular. Like the nuclear bomb of breads. I am become Baker. Destroyer of health. Bennett looks like she's having trouble with something. Perhaps we should leave her alone. Ice cream? I wonder what's going on at the theater. Maybe they're setting up for their show? Yeah, seems that way. And it's all happening tomorrow, so the rumors say. Oh my gosh, really? In that case, I better pull out all the stops. Feels like I'll need more time to perfect this new flavor, though. I thought I was wanting some of those Lingon berries from Sully's hometown in Northumbria, but I'm still trying to figure out how to best utilize them. Salt. That's the salt. Northumbrian Lingon berries, huh? I always thought they tasted great in some jam. Lingonberry jam? Of course, why didn't I think of that? Thanks for the tip. I'll see how this turns out. Don't mention it, just save a jar for me. You're not in my party, Sarah. Quit talking. Gonna take a stab at making that lingonberry jam the second I get home. Could take some time before I can to develop something I'm satisfied with, but that's all part of the process. When it's finished, I'd love to get Sully to try some, Ilya and Risha too. Starting to get a read on what makes folks from Erebonia tick. For most of them, their pride is what matters the most. Stroking their egos is the way to their hearts. Even something as simple as an "ooh, tell me more" handsome does wonders. Appealing to their patriotism is a good approach too. Differs from person to person, and I'm in no position to be choosy. Cornet, baby, please, just listen for a sec. I only went inside to look around. I didn't do anything honest. Only because you got caught, but you were planning to blow all the money you saved up. Was there some other reason you opened up your wallet, huh? Well, it's like this. You know, you're always saying we should put some mirrors aside for emergencies, right? I was just checking to see if it was still there. You wasn't going to fall for that? You know what? Forget you. I'm out of here. You can get married at the casino instead, since you obviously love it so much more than me. Boyfriend wrote me a letter about how hard he's been working and how much he misses me, so I thought I'd come and give him a surprise visit. Turns out he's been living it up at the casino the whole time? I don't know why I ever let Danny get so close to me. Here, he can take back his ring for all I care. Man, you have any idea how hard I've been trying not to gamble off our hearts, Mira? Damn casinos and their glittery siren calls. Well, I have to cave and take a look inside of today of all days. No way Cornetto want to marry me now. Yeah, sorry that happened to you, like, or whatever, but I see a lot of people going back and forth around the theater. Are they putting on some kind of show? How fortuitous. As a connoisseur of fine Erebonian opera, I simply must see how Crossbell's theaters compare. It's much better. Ereboni and Calvert are going to war soon. All the doom and gloom in the air puts a real damper on things. Maybe I can still find something here to take my mind off it. Did I talk to you? Yes. Hey there! Drop it in the bark and let the light shine your troubles away. We got drinks, games, everything you need to have a great time. No, I was on a roll. How could I come up black? Should I switch to betting on black? No, I'd stay faithful. Red, put it all on red. It's been too long since Arkansas last put on a show. I'd love to go see the new one. And it's starring Sully from Northumbria. She's the protege of the fervent dancer, you know. You got some big shoes to fill, but I'm certain she'll charm us all. And it's starring Sully from Northumbria. She's the protege. Brr, brr, brr. Hello. Oh, the first time playing the slot. This is pretty fun. My butt didn't get so sore I'd sit here and play for hours. My boyfriend invited me here today. The future's not exactly looking bright for either of us, so we're gonna try and have some fun while we still can. The threat of the war won't change how we do things around here. Feel free to take some time to relax and have some fun, and give us all your money. Welcome to Barca Casino. Take some time out to forget all about the war and have some fun. But don't forget to spend your money responsibly by giving it to us. We don't... Have we bought this already? I feel like I've bought this already. I guess not, if it's for Sharon. Honestly, just... give me the tokens. Was that old lady? No? Oh, no, that was the prize corner one. I thought the blue dot was for upstairs, and I'm like, the only person with a blue dot around here would be the old lady. I've been drafted. Think I may as well blow all my savings before I go, but Drake stopped me. He told me to hold on to my cash so I can come again after the war's over. That guy's a heart of gold. But you're still gambling. Yeah, well, I didn't say I'd listen to him. He's right. Giving up my self-destructive urge at the last minute is the same as giving up entirely. I'll come back, Drake. I promise I'll survive this war. Oh, it's you guys. Listen up, Robson. A man's gotta have guts. Be more spunky, like me, and your fortunes will turn around. Yes, sir. So it's your treat tonight, right, Corporal? Yeah, wait, what? I mean, yes, exactly. Gosh, Corporal, you're a real man among men. That Robson's not half bad. Oh, what's up, Randy? Hey guys, great timing. Let me introduce the owner of this casino and a kindly benefactor of mine. This is Drake. I've been meeting some of you before when Yuna brought you over. It's good to see you again. Thank you for keeping Randy out of trouble. I'm sure he does more for us than we do for him. That said, I get the feeling that you're no stranger to trouble yourself. It only makes sense that Randy's so fond of you. What can I say? I was young and crazy once. Either way, this is your go-to guy if you need to get info on Crossbell's underworld. In fact, I got a few questions to ask him right now, so let's meet up and share info later, yeah? And that would be very helpful. Until next time, then. Just glad that Drake's doing okay. We got plenty to talk about, but, well, probably better keep things simple and sweet for now. Randy hasn't changed at all. That's kind of a relief. I'll raise a glass to toast your success tonight. Wait, is there a quest in here or not? Oh, there's the back room. We can still go down there. X6 is right up ahead. Explains all the extra security. Right, but according to Lloyd, the guards are mostly around the elevator at Orpheus Tower. I'd be okay as long as we stay away from there. Alright, we can do some reconnaissance at least. There's a strange presence here. It could be worth investigating. And we could peek it. Like a big monster somewhere. Big monster down there in the vent. The old vent. Okay. And we can vibe a little bit to the dang old music. So have anything? Oh, there actually is something that we have since we have a chance to talk for a second. There's something I've been thinking. Now, I do not think this is like what was intended, but it's just an avenue that the story can go now, potentially. Now that we know that Roselia is not actually the original Holy Beast, and that there can be like knockoff Holy Beasts, that does theoretically mean that Ragnar and Zeit aren't the original Holy Beasts either. Because like the reason I think it could be interesting is because they're the only direct confirmations that Aidios like exists, right? So it could be that, you know, if they're not actually the original Holy Beasts and they were just told that they were like the previous versions,
I still haven't gotten used to this.
Were sent by Aidios, that would still leave some plausible deniability for them to do kind of something with the goddess there. Because, you know, obviously the story's eventually going to have to touch on that aspect, right? That's something that's been setting up the whole religious undertones. Like even going back, like originally it felt like the main conflict
we must take care
of the series is going to be between Ouroboros and the Septian Church, and that's still like kind of
a worthy
a
opponent.
theme or something that's going on, right? With the whole
leave it to me.
what? With the whole
Leave it to me.
like the professors talk about how we're gonna make people not believe in God by having really good technology or whatever.
Fire away! They're down.
An opening.
It's my turn.
You see, the thing is that you're not breaking. I assume it's that we have to break you. Now, do we have the capabilities to do that? Not particularly.
Let's go. Roll. Helix strike now.
Okay, we'll be able to get a good...
Ready.
Okay, here's the way you do it. You you Omega Operation again.
Leave it to me.
You do your Dreadbreaker.
Locked in. Fire away.
You get no crit or follow-up because you're Machias. You Quick Star.
Time barrier! Break!
It's my turn.
Oh, you actually can't hit everyone.
Barrier of time. Break.
My turn.
Okay, that didn't really go as well as I would have liked. Because I wanted to have Yuna also get enhanced and then switch her out for Kurt. I mean, we don't have like super good braking on this squad.
Right.
I'm up.
I mean, it also doesn't help that we're not critting
It's down.
An opening.
or getting any sort of follow-ups.
It's my
But
turn.
yeah, all right, take me back.
We won't lose next time.
Wait, what? How is that not? I've 100% saved? You fucking liars. Okay, maybe I didn't. You're still liars? But I guess to continue that thought process, that I could see them kind of potentially being able to do something like that. Like, if they want to do something where, like... Because I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're ever going to go for the whole, like, ADOS doesn't fucking exist thing. But I'd very much see the possibility that, they're not all powerful. Or they're maybe not even, like, a, benevolent entity. Mainly because, you know, I mean, it's basically they either aren't benevolent or they can't be all powerful based on the fact that, you know, the Gaius doesn't fucking do anything ever at all.
It's rather cramped in here.
I don't know. And there's to the whole, like, I don't get the whole thing with her being a vampire at all. Like, it doesn't actually make any sense.
That one would surely prove a most troublesome foe.
Or like even like where the vampire thing came from. Okay, I think we do temporarily just want to give you like a Scald. And then change our formation to where you're all grouped for burst drive since he doesn't actually attack.
A worthy opponent.
It's my turn!
Because I assume the way it works is my man is just going to,
Yeah. Burning! Alright!
like, blow up the screen or something.
Initiate.
Now, I should probably see what he does first instead of just assuming I know.
Yeah. Burning!
It's my turn. Yeah! It's my turn. Roll. It's down.
An opening.
Here I go!
And you quick star Machias.
Break!
It's my turn. It's my turn. Barrier of time. Break.
My turn.
Can you Lion Rush?
Now.
An opening.
Here I go!
Try.
Alright!
Actually, we shouldn't have done it like that.
Leave it to me. My turn. I'm up.
Kurt, are you trying to make me lose my damn fucking mind?
Roar. It's down.
An opening.
I mean, so you'll get broken. Then does this do anything?
It's my turn.
I mean, not really.
Locked in. Here! An opening! It's my turn.
I mean, nothing really we can do here.
Locked in. It's my turn!
Just a single unbalance.
It's down! It's mine! Let's go!
I don't really get it. Because I thought maybe it was like if you just break him, he just dies or something.
Leave it to me.
And we obviously can't kill him.
Sam!
I'll handle this.
Very well.
So, I don't know.
Very well.
Kurt,
I was foolish.
I love accuracy. It's so good.
I was foolish.
Okay, so you just vanish? Okay. So we just equip anti-vanish. Unless it's like it breaks the rules and it pierces anti-vanish. I don't really get that attack. Oh, it actually does. Oh, wait, did you vanish? Because you weren't in. I mean, I don't get the fight. I really don't want to build my entire squad around breaking for one single thing and then have to change everything back. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, yeah, I can't do that.
This one's strong. Be careful.
All right.
Yeah, just go fucking twice in a row. Why not? No, don't do that. Go Omega Operation. Now, do we have like
My
any...
turn.
I'm trying to remember, who were the other characters we could have brought with us? Like Aliso? Like some sort... Because they don't really have any anti or extra break stuff.
Yeah. Burning. Here I go. Arcus activated.
Oh my god, why is she so
Let's go.
fucking fast?
Yeah! It's my turn.
I mean, like, I appreciate it, but...
It's down.
An opening.
I mean, it's still not doing that well.
Time barrier. Break.
Ready. Barrier of time. Break.
I mean, I guess in theory,
Let's
like, if
go.
we would probably better off just, like, entering with low HP on Chevalier or something as well. And, like, because Scorpio did level, I checked. So that was something we could do. I just, like, that seems like a little much for, like, just a random monster. Like, just a single crit, you have a 50% crit rate. Like, and you're good at breaking this guy. Like, I mean, I feel like it's not that crazy of an ask.
Leave it to me. My turn. Very well.
Trot.
Very well. Let's fall
Like,
back.
I don't know. Am I the fucking crazy one for thinking
It's down. An opening.
just like an occasional
turn.
follow-up would be cool?
Ready.
I mean, the thing is that, like, you break him and he doesn't fucking, like, he doesn't do anything.
Locked in. They're down.
An opening.
It's my turn.
'Cause, I mean, he just goes again instantly.
Let's go.
Like, I don't see how you're supposed to kill it in time.
my turn.
It's my turn. Locked in. Here! It's mine! Very well.
Like, it's just like, I don't get it.
It's down! Take this!
Let's go. I leave it to you.
Leave everything to me. Here I go.
Leave it to me. Locked in. Fire away!
Ha!
Oh, he just cheats? Alright, I don't really want to do this. I guess, I don't know. I don't want to, like, fucking go change my party, change everyone's courts. I mean, I guess I could, I just don't want to. I don't know why Laura's doing such pathetic break damage, by the way. Like, I mean, it helps that she's not critting, but, like, she should be doing more, because, I mean, she already had this from earlier. I guess you don't need this at all. But yeah, I mean, I guess really the best case scenario would be to drop everyone to low HP and then equip Scorpio. So I guess we'll do that before the next video. We'll just go ahead and call it here then. I mean, I don't dislike it, because I mean, it is interesting and new. Like, it's a different fight, so I like that. It's just more like, it just, I don't know, the tedium of like having to change everyone's setup for like one little fight. Is slightly annoying. More just so I just wish there was a way to save equipment slots, you know? Like, if you could just, and then it would try and, like, you know, just have, like, equip sets would alleviate the tedium of setting everyone up so much. Like, so much. But, yeah. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.